I grew up in Syria for the first 10 years of my life, and that's being from 2000 until 2010. In that town, every single person knew every single person in that small town. So when I used to come back from school excited to tell my parents about the friendships that I made and the people that I met during the first grades in school, I remember coming back to my father and my mother and telling them, oh, I met this guy whose like last name is this, and I'm just so excited because I honestly, until this day, I like meeting people. I like meeting new people. I think there's like a lot of things that you can learn from people. Although I am getting overwhelmed as I'm growing up with the amount of people that I'm meeting. And of course, you gotta be more picky, right? So, not you gotta be more picky, but as you grow up, you get more picky. So I would tell my parents about the people that I met, and my father would ask me, oh, can you ask for their grandparents' name? And I would ask for their grandparents' name, and I would come back, and indeed, my father knows them. And then he would tell me, oh, this family is blah, 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 blah. My point is that our, like, at least my family, and I'm pretty sure most of your families, they always cared about the people that we surround ourselves with, and they would tell us, oh, like, this family is pretty good. I think you should try to, like, you know, like, it's safe to be closer to that person. And while it's more important, like the surroundings that we, like the people that we surround ourselves with, it's definitely more important as we grow up, but it's still important from a young age, right? Especially that our minds are like a sponge, and if that person is getting raised in the wrong way, or if they have bad traits that can be transferable into you, which can alter your future. So fast forward to today, where I'm 25 years old and I'm in Canada. I'm in a completely different society, and it's safe to say that it is indeed very important, the people that you surround with. Like, I think that one of the biggest mistakes that I've done in my early 20s is surrounding myself with the wrong people. And like, honestly, I used to underestimate it. I used to hang out with a lot of people that would just want to have fun. People who don't really share they don't share a vision of mine, and I would just maybe like stay with them out of comfort, or just because I liked friends growing up and I wanted some company and I was just so excited to have friends. But I think that it took me like a couple of years to realize that, damn, like, I am headed in that direction, and my friends are all like either not moving or they're headed in other directions. But I'm just choosing to stick with them, and I didn't have any other friends at all. Like, I remember when I first came to Canada, I didn't have any friends outside of that friend group that I initially met, and I just stuck with them because I thought that I couldn't do better. But as you grow older, you just realize that like the only constant is change, and we all change, and that relationships are most relationships don't last. That's what I'm trying to say. And I think it's very important to realize that, and to know the level of commitment that you should give people. So one of the biggest things that I've changed in the last year and a half of my life is my friendships. I remember in the beginning of 2024, I decided to become more religious and get closer to my values and like stick to them. And I remember calling all of my friends and telling them, hey, you're never gonna see that side of me again. I want to become more religious. If you want to be my friend, then it's my pleasure. If not, and if you still want that Eid, then I'm sorry, but like you're never gonna get him again, and like no strings attached. Like it's fine if you don't want to be friends anymore. And I've lost a lot of friends, and I'm not gonna tell you that I'm upset about it. I'm actually not at all. But I also like got the respect from some of my other friends who might share that journey somehow, and they still like until this day, like they're like, oh, like we're so proud of you, like, and they motivate me and all of that, which I think is super nice. Like because they saw my growth throughout the last couple of years. And right now, like as I am a year and a half deep into that stage of my life, and as I like meet so many cool people at Sukoon, like Mahad for example, I just realized like how those people around you like truly influence your decisions. And obviously like there are some people that might get influenced more or less than other people, but I know myself that I get really influenced easily. If I'm around good people, then I will accelerate and I will excel in what I'm doing. And if I'm around bad people, then I will I will get negatively impacted. I know that for sure. So that's why I've kept my circle really, really small for the last year and a half, and I think that's something that every single person goes through in their middle 20s. And I'm just like slowly adding people that help me and I can help them in the same time. And I can see the differences from having relationships with people who I would just hang out with without like no reason, no goal, nothing, to having people that are actually driven, they're passionate about what they do, they are excellent in what they do, they strive to be better, they want to be better people, they're optimistic, they're energetic, they're good-hearted, which is one of the most important things that I look for in a friend. Whoops, my camera died. That is a lesson, I guess. Oh my god, I don't know why this microphone is like this so weird. But what I was trying to say is that it is that goddamn friend group, man. Like, you have to leave them. If your friendships don't bring you anything and you're just literally wasting your time, then maybe it's time to say goodbye. I'm not saying that like you shouldn't have fun with your friends. No, I think you should have like different types of friends, but I also think that it's very important to keep those close ones around you, to have those qualities that you want to have in yourself. And because those people around you, like if you truly look at the 5 people around you, it will give you an understanding of who you are, and it will make sense of why you are the way you are. Because no matter how like strong you are, we're all humans in the end, and we don't want to live alone, and we get influenced. So obviously, just look at the 5 people around you and it will tell you a lot about yourself. And if you want to improve that 5 people around you, or if you see someone that you want to be like, and you're wondering how can you add that person to your circle, or if you think what he's doing is cool, then do cool stuff, man. As Mahad says, if you want to be around people who do cool shit, you gotta do some cool shit. So if you like something and you admire something in some people, do it. And leave the rest to God and just witness His wonders. That's it for tonight. See you tomorrow.